Hey, what's going on? This is Minister Gold. This is a mix-up tutorial on making and accessing lists in various ways. Okay, so why would you make a list? Maybe when you're talking with friends, when you're streaming, they have TV show suggestions, they have movie suggestions, anime suggestions. Maybe you want to take a list of like favorite games you've played. Maybe you want to make a list of like weapons in a certain game, and you can have it on a timer where every 5 minutes it tells you to pick a different weapon, stuff like that. So yeah, all this you can do if you know how to make a list and access it. Yeah, we gather a list of things that we like and don't like, and this is an easy way to make that list and retrieve stuff from it. So if you find this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe for more mix-up tutorials like these. If you'd like to talk with me about Twitch, Mix It Up, life, gaming in general, please follow me on twitch.tv/ministergold. Alright, so first of all, we are on version 1.6.21. And let me show you my command here. Okay, so this is an example command. It is not a command that I actually use, but if I ever want to make a list, I can just copy this. I can just go to export, and then open a new command, import it, change all the file paths and the special identifiers if I want, and then that's it. I can use it for that list instead. But yeah, so over here, what we can do is we have a list of anime. Okay, I can add anime. I can count how many animes I have on my list. I can pull a random anime. I can list off every anime line by line. I can retrieve the last anime, the first anime. I could search for a specific anime. I could pull an anime of a certain number. Or I could remove an anime from the list. I'll give you example of these right now for all of these, and then I'll show you how to make this command. So these are just examples of how to use it. So here's a list of anime. I want to add an anime. Okay, so I'll go anime, add Inuyasha. Okay, that's in my list now. Okay. I can remove an anime. Let's go, let's see. So we have a anime here called Made in Abyss. What if I don't remember the full name and only part of the name? So if I go like this, anime, remove, made in, it'll remove the anime. And now you see that it's gone inside this list over here. Okay. I'm going to add it back. Add made in Abyss. And notice also that this is not case sensitive. You don't have to have the same like casing for the M, for example, for it to work. Okay, now it's back in there. Okay, let's look at the other commands I have here for anime. Let's see. Count anime. Okay, so we'll just go anime total. You have 21 animes. Okay. Next command, random anime. Give me a random anime. So I'll go anime random. Gives you random anime. Okay. Next one, we got list anime. What if I just want to see every single anime in my list, but I don't want to open the file? Okay, this will get spammy, so just a heads up. Okay, so there you go. It's listing every anime in the list. Okay. What if I just want the first anime? I'll go anime first. Okay, first added, Death Note, which you'll see is the first one. What if I go anime last? Made in Abyss, and that is the last one. And what if I want a specific anime? Let's say I want Mob something or other. I don't remember the name. I'll go anime. What's the keyword I'm using? Find. Okay, anime. Find Mob. There you go. There's Mob Psycho. Okay. And then finally, let's say I'm looking for a specific number. I don't know how I'd know which number, but I can go anime num, I don't know, 6. And that gives me anime number 6 on my list. Okay, so these are the things that help you use. Now, in this case, again, it's for anime, but it doesn't have to be. It could be for anything. It could be for weapons. It could be for shows, movies, video games. It could even be for like RPGs. Like you have a list of RPGs, you know, whatever. Let's say you have a backlog of games. You know which game to play. You use this to randomly pull a game for you. So yeah, this is what I'll show you how to make. Okay, I just wanted to show you a demo. And now we're going to jump into showing you how to make all of this. Okay. It's not that hard. It won't take you that long, or at least it didn't take me that long. It took me like 15 minutes to make it. It might take longer if you're not used to mix it up, but okay, so let me show you. So first, all of these are conditionals. This is one command, and each conditional we use by specifying the first argument. So when I go !anime add, or remove, or find, these are the first argument, okay? So we get a conditional, we go, so go to the drop down, go to conditional, add it. We're checking if the first value, $arg1 text, is equal to add. Then inside here, we're adding a file read and write action. And over here, all you're doing is you're gonna select append to file, and then select anime.txt, whatever your file path is, or, you know, whatever you call your file as well. And text to save is $arg2:99 text. So that means everything after here, it's what's going to be added into your file, whatever the name is. Could be like, you know, Full Metal Alchemist or something, you know. Okay, and then after that we have a chat message just to confirm. Anime added, $arg2:99 text. That is the anime add command. Okay. Next conditional is count anime. This will also be very simple. So again, add a conditional. Okay. For count anime, for this conditional, we're checking if $arg1 text is equal to total. If you'd rather call it count or something else, do that. In here, we're adding a file read and write action. And we're going to use count lines in file of the same file. We'll save it as whatever you want to call it. Just don't include a $sign. For me, this is about anime, so I call it anime count. And then we have a chat message that we're adding. And it just says you have $anime count animes, with a S in parentheses, but if you think you always have plural, then don't include the parentheses, just keep it plural. Okay, so that is how to check the total number of items in your list. Okay, next we have a random anime. Let me make this bigger. Okay, let's see. Okay, so for this, again, it's a conditional, $arg1 text equals random. And here we have a file read and write action. And there is an action for this called read random line from file. Select the same file path and give it a name for the special identifier. I just call it random anime. Random, you know, whatever it is you're going to be listing off. And then for the chat message, I just output $random anime. If you wanna preface it with something like anime retrieved or random anime or, you know, whatever else, then do that. But for me, I just put the special identifier. Okay, so that's how to get a random anime. Next is to list the anime. This is probably, between this one and remove anime, these are probably the most complicated commands here. There's another conditional. Okay, $arg1 text equals list. It says compare, but it's list. Okay, we're gonna add a file read and write action, And this one is going to be set to read each line from file. Put your file path, give it a name for the special identifier. I call it anime item. And then inside here, we have a counter. So go to the dropdown, go to counter, add it. And we're calling this lines. This is to count the line that you're on, because this does not give you a way to keep track of which line you're on. Okay. I'm gonna move myself. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, so it doesn't give you the file read and write, read each line from file action. Doesn't give you a way to count which line you're on. So that's why we're using a counter. And save to file. And every time it's reading a line, it's going to add 1 to the lines counter. And then right here, we're going to put $lines as a chat message. So go to the drop down, go to chat message, add it. $lines, parenthesis, $anime item. And that's going to list the number, the line number, and then the item, the anime item in my case. And then after this file read and write, after the read each line from file, you're adding another counter action. And the purpose of this is to set the lines back to 0 after you're done looking through them, so that next time you use, next time you need to use lines to count up the lines, it's starting from 0 and not like 21. Okay, so save to file, lines, set 0. I believe reset will do the same thing, but I use set. Okay, next conditional is last anime. So for this one's pretty easy. So add a conditional. $arg when text equals last. We're going to add a file read and write action. This first one will be to count the lines in the file. The file path, give it a name. I call it anime count. And then add another file read and write action. And this we will use to grab the last line in the list. And so for this, we'll read specific line from file, the file path. For the line number, $anime count. And naturally, because we're counting the total number and putting that total number here, that'll get us the last line. And then we can just call it last anime, and for the special identifier or whatever you want to call it, then add a chat message inside here. And then in the chat message, last added : $last anime. That'll get you the last item in your list. Okay, first anime, this is a lot easier. $arg when text equals first. And here we'll add a file read and write action. Read specific line from file, the file path, and just 1. And you'll call this first anime, or whatever you want to call it for special identifier. And then we'll add a chat message. And yeah, just first added : $first anime. That gives you the first item on the list. Okay, for this one's called specific anime. Now for this one, $arg when text equals find. Now the purpose of this is if you know a part of the thing you're looking for, but not the entire thing, you go file, read and write, add, read each line from file, call it specific anime, and then conditional. And then if $specific anime contains $arg2 : 99 text, you will output a chat message inside of this conditional. That'll just be the specific anime, $specific anime. So found : $specific anime. I do not know what happens if, well, actually, no, I do know what happens. If you find multiple items in your list that matches what you're searching, it'll output multiple chat lines for whatever matches. Okay, we got 2 more here. Number anime. So $arg when text equals num. We'll add a file read and write action. Read specific line from file. So this will just be $arg2 text, whatever number you're putting in. After the num argument, we'll call the special identifier specific anime. We'll add a chat message. And for the chat message, it'll just say anime colon $arg2 text colon $specific anime. So the line number that you chose and then the name of the anime that is on that line. Okay, lastly is remove anime. Again, this will be a little bit complicated, but once I explain it, hopefully you'll get it. So conditional $arg1 text equals remove. We will add a file read and write action. We will read each line from the file of your choosing. I call it target anime, or whatever you want to call it. Inside here, we'll add the counter to count the lines. So save to file, counter name lines, update 1 to add 1 to the line. And after this, we have a conditional. So go here to the drop down and go to conditional, add it. Inside this conditional, we're checking if $target anime contains $arg2 colon 99 text. And if it does, we're going to remove that line, which we're keeping track with the lines counter. So inside this conditional, file read and write action. Remove specific line from file, choose the file path. Lines number is $lines, and then the name of the identifier I called removed anime. Okay, then after this file read and write action, so it should be on the same level as this and not nested inside of it. We have a reset lines counter, so go to the counter, add it, and either reset it or just set it to 0. And then lastly, the chat message. And it just confirms which anime you removed. So anime removed colon $sign removed anime, which we got from here when we removed the anime. Or not here, sorry, it's not the conditional. Over here. And yeah, that's everything. That is how to make lists. That's how to access them in various ways. And I hope you find them useful. I hope you use them for, whatever you want. Keeping lists of suggestions from friends, keeping lists of stream ideas, using it to help you with just challenges you want to do with your game, stuff like that. Unless you have a mod to do that for you, then don't do that. Just use the mod. Only use the list for challenges in your games if you can't find the mod for it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully it's helpful. Please leave a like and subscribe if you found this tutorial helpful. If you'd like to talk with me about Mixed Gaming life in general, please follow me on twitch.tv/miniaturegold and take it easy. All right, thanks. See ya.